What is going on YouTube? Smashing Pumpkin here, coming at you guys with another video today. And we start off the game with set 3. I decided not to set the warning just in case he blind MSTs, hits it. It's the strongest card I have in my hand. So he goes Ladybug and Imitates, so I know that this is a more standard build of Inzektors as opposed to like a Light Sworn or maybe like a different kind of build. He goes for the effect, I Fiendish, and he MSTs, which is fine. I still have the bottomless trap hole and stuff to stop the centipede, so I'm not even really that worried. He bumps up the level by 1, which is kind of like irrelevant because the dragonfly shouldn't be staying around for too much longer. Bottomless the centipede, obviously, because I don't want him to get the search off and get sword or hornet or something. So I summon Bergzak, which is a double attacker Koa'ki monster, so I have to reveal a warrior in my hand, or else it blows up. So I attack and it compulses it back to my hand, which is fine. He has Threatening Roar face down as well. I don't know why he chose to go that route with Compulse, but it's fine. He goes to activate, and when he goes effect, I Warning, which is pretty chill. It gets rid of probably his most threatening monster, but I'm still afraid of the Call to Haunted and stuff, so I want to conserve my MSTs to hit that card. So I go Armageddon Knight, dump the Immortal Bushi into the graveyard, and then start attacking. Immortal Bushi, if you don't know, as long as I have only warriors in my graveyard and I don't have any monsters on the field, I can special summon it from the graveyard. So he's pretty cool. He also is 2000 attack with Solidarity, which is nice. So he dualities into Warning, Threatening Roar, and Torrential. So he ends up picking up the Warning, which is fine. Not too bothered by that at all. So he ends up setting a back row, which is all good, and ends. I'm fairly certain that it is the Warning, but he decides not to Warning the Bergzak, which seems like a dubious sort of play. And I consider XYZing for a moment, but I'm just fine with the monsters I have on my field. If he Dark Holes, I still have the Bergzak in hand and warriors to draw. So not even a little bit concerned at this point. So he goes up and draws and sets another back row. I don't want to MST it because I'm still conserving it for the Call to Haunted, which is his only out, really. But it's another Threatening Roar, which is fine. The lesson against Bergzak is not to like set anything against it because it won't really make a difference and you'll just end up minusing yourself. So there's that. You'll take the same amount of damage either way. So I go in for quite a bit of damage, and then I just end my turn. Not a whole lot he can do to me here. He decides to go for a desperation play in Torrentials, which I'm perfectly fine with, because I'm just going to MST the new card because I know the last card is Warning, and I just go in for the kill next. So I just side in Skill Drain and MST and take out my D Prisons and a Blackhorn, I think, because I don't feel like those cards are nearly as strong against Inzektor. So he starts off this game with a set and 1 face down, and I'm thinking that was a Tomato and a Fiendish. So that's why I did that, but it ends up being Hornet and Warning. So my play is okay either way. I wasn't concerned if that was a Threatening Roar, because I would have just not committed anything to the field and just let him do what he wanted, and then summon the DD Warrior Lady next turn. It wouldn't have bothered me that much. So Hio gets the card, draws 2, which puts him pretty far ahead. I mean, I'm not that out of the game though. So I decide just to deal as much damage before he can get his plays off, and hopefully just win that way. So I swing in for 2k and then end my turn. What does he do here? Cannot remember. I think he just ends his turn with like 1 back row, but I could be wrong. Nope, he just sets another monster, which is perfectly fine with me. I still think like that could be like something relevant, but it ends up just being Hopper, which is fine. He goes ahead and summons the Dragonfly, which he had in his hand already. I'm not entirely sure why he said Hopper then. So he goes to the effect, which is fine. I have the warning to stop it, and he kind of quits when I activate warning on the effect. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't have anything else. But this is Smashing Pumpkin signing out. Thanks for watching.